20 fruit trees that grow in small spaces. Who said that to have fresh fruit at home you need a huge yard? Many fruit trees adapt well to small spaces, such as balconies, narrow gardens, or even pots. This is great for those who live in an apartment, a house with little land, or want to take advantage of forgotten corners. In this text, we will show you 20 tree options that bear fruit and don't need a lot of space. We will explain how they grow, what basic care they require, and how you can grow them without complications. Why choose fruit trees for small spaces? Imagine picking a juicy orange straight from the tree, even if you live in an apartment. Or have a jabuticaba tree in a vase on the balcony and, in the right season, eat the fresh fruits. In addition to being practical, these trees make the environment more beautiful and fragrant. Many of them also attract birds, which brings more life closer to home. Another advantage is that many of these trees can be grown in pots. This means that if you move house, you can take your plant with you. And don't think that just because they are small the fruits will be bad. With the right care, they can be just as tasty as those from large trees. How to choose the right tree? Before buying a seedling, it's good to think about a few simple things. 1. Climate in your region. Some fruits like heat, others like cold. For example, peach does best in places with a more defined winter, while guava loves heat all year round. 2. Available space. Even in pots, some trees need more space to grow. A lemon tree, for example, can get big, but you can control it with pruning. 3. Time to care. Some trees require more attention, such as frequent watering or regular fertilizer. If you travel a lot or forget to water, choose a more resistant option, like pitanga. 4. Type of fruit. Think about what you and your family like to eat. There's no point in planting a fruit tree that no one eats, right? Now, let's get to know the 20 fruit trees that adapt well to small spaces. 1. Jabuticaba is a delicious Brazilian fruit, and the tree is perfect for pots. It grows slowly, so it won't take up much space quickly. When it bears fruit, they grow directly on the trunk, which is charming. It needs sun, regular water, and nutrient-rich soil. If you live in an apartment, you can leave it on a sunny balcony. 2. Pitanga is a red, sweet, and fragrant fruit. The tree is small and can be planted in a pot. It likes the sun and doesn't need a lot of water. In addition to bearing fruit, the leaves have a pleasant smell when touched. It's a great option for those who want something easy to care for. 3. Lemon tree lemon is a versatile fruit, used in juices, seasonings, and even home remedies. There are small varieties, such as Tahiti lemon or Sicilian lemon, which adapt well to pots. They need lots of sun and frequent watering. If you like fresh lemonade, this is an excellent choice. 4. Kinkan orange tree. This orange is small, sweet, and can be eaten with the peel. The tree is also small and fits in pots. It likes the sun and needs regular water. It's one of the easiest trees to grow in small spaces, and the fruits are great for making jam. 5. Dwarf plum tree. The plum is a juicy fruit, and the dwarf version of the tree is perfect for pots. It needs a little more care, such as regular pruning and well-drained soil. But the result is worth it. Sweet, fresh plums straight from the tree. 6. Dwarf peach tree. Just like the plum, the peach also has a dwarf version. The tree is beautiful, with pink flowers in spring, and bears tasty fruit. It needs the right amount of sun and water. If you live in an area with cold winters, this is a good option. 7. Guava is a tropical fruit that grows well in pots. The tree is resistant and does not need much care. Likes sun and regular water. The fruits are great for juices, sweets, or eating fresh. If you like guava, this is a good choice. 8. Pomegranate tree. Pomegranate is a different fruit, with juicy seeds and a unique flavor. The tree is small and can be grown in a pot. It likes the sun and doesn't need a lot of water. In addition to bearing fruit, pomegranate flowers are beautiful and attract hummingbirds. 9. Dwarf cherry tree. Cherry is a delicate and tasty fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who like sweet fruits. It needs a colder climate to produce well, so it is ideal for regions with a defined winter. The cherry blossoms are also beautiful. 10. Fig tree. The fig is a sweet and soft fruit, and the tree is resistant. It can be planted in pots and doesn't need much care. Likes sun and regular water. Figs are great for eating fresh or making sweets. If you like seedless fruits, this is a good option. 11. Acerola. Acerola is a red fruit, rich in vitamin C. The tree is small and adapts well to pots. It likes the sun and needs frequent water. The fruits are great for juices or eating fresh. If you want a healthy and easy-to-grow fruit, this is an excellent choice. 12. Mulberry blackberries are a sweet and juicy fruit. The tree is small and can be planted in pots. Like sun and regular water. Blackberries are great for eating fresh, making jam or cakes. If you like fruits that attract birds, this is a good option. 13. Dwarf mango tree mango is a delicious tropical fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who love mangoes. She needs sun and regular water. The fruits are sweet and juicy. If you live in a hot region, this is a great choice. 14. Passion fruit. Passion fruit is a tropical fruit, used in juices and sweets. The plant is a climber, so it can be grown in pots with support. It likes the sun and needs regular water. Passion fruit flowers are beautiful and attract butterflies. 15. Dwarf banana tree. Banana is a practical and nutritious fruit. The dwarf version of the banana plant fits in pots and is perfect for those who like bananas. She needs sun and frequent water. Bananas are great for eating fresh or making smoothies. If you have a sunny corner, this is a good option. 16. Dwarf persimmon tree. Persimmon is a sweet and juicy fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who like persimmons. She needs sun and regular water. Persimmons are great for eating fresh or making sweets. If you live in an area with a definite winter, this is a good choice. 17. Dwarf apple tree. The apple is a versatile and tasty fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who love apples. It needs a cooler climate to produce well. Apples are great for eating fresh, making pies or making juices. 18. Dwarf pear tree. Pear is a sweet and juicy fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who like pears. It needs a cooler climate to produce well. Pears are great for eating fresh or making sweets. 19. Loquat tree. Medlar is a sweet and soft fruit. The tree is small and can be planted in pots. Like sun and regular water. The fruits are great for eating fresh or making jam. If you like different fruits, this is a good option. 20. Dwarf avocado tree. Avocado is a creamy and nutritious fruit. The dwarf version of the tree fits in pots and is perfect for those who love avocados. She needs sun and regular water. Avocados are great for eating fresh, making guacamole or smoothies. Basic tips for caring for your fruit trees. Now that you know the options, here are some simple tips for taking good care of your trees. 1. Sunlight. Most fruit trees need at least 6 hours of sunlight per day. If you live in an apartment, choose the sunniest balcony or window. 2. Water. Water the plants regularly, but without soaking. The ideal is to keep the soil moist, not soggy. One tip is to put your finger in the soil. If it's dry, it's time to water. 3. Soil. Use nutrient-rich, well-draining soil. You can buy ready-made substrate at gardening stores or make a mixture with earth, sand, and organic compost. 4. Fertilizer. Fruit trees need nutrients to produce fruit. Use organic fertilizer, such as earthworm humus or tan manure, every 2 or 3 months. 5. Pruning. Some trees need regular pruning to grow healthy and produce more fruit. Cut off dry or diseased branches and keep the tree at the desired size. 6. Vases. Choose vases with holes in the bottom to prevent water from accumulating. The size of the pot must be proportional to the size of the tree. 7. Protection. If you live in an area with strong winds or frost, protect your trees with covers or move them to a sheltered location. Final summary: having fruit trees in small spaces is easier than it seems. With the right options and some basic care, you can harvest fresh and tasty fruits straight from the tree, even if you live in an apartment or house with little land. Choose the tree that best suits your climate, space, and personal taste. Remember to provide the right amount of sun, water, and nutrients, and you will soon be enjoying the fruits of your labor. If you've never grown anything before, start with an easier option, like Pitangera or Jabuticabera. Over time, you will gain experience and can try other trees. The important thing is to have fun and enjoy the process. After all, there is nothing more rewarding than harvesting and enjoying fruit that you grew yourself. Here are more practical tips for those who want to start growing fruit trees in small spaces. One of the biggest advantages of having these trees at home is being able to harvest fresh fruit, without pesticides and at the right point of ripeness. Imagine waking up and picking a mango or a lemon straight from the tree to make natural juice. Or, in the late afternoon, pick some blackberries to eat with yogurt. In addition to being healthy, It is a priceless pleasure. Another important point is the economy. Organic fruits tend to be expensive on the market, and having your own trees helps reduce expenses. Even if you need to invest in seedlings and pots at the beginning, over time the savings pay off. A single Jabuticaba tree, for example, can produce fruit for decades if well cared for. If you live in an apartment, don't be discouraged. Many of these trees adapt well to pots and can be placed on the balcony or even indoors, as long as they receive sunlight. The Tahiti lemon tree and the cherry tree are great options for those who have little space. Just choose a pot large enough, with drainage holes, and use good fertilized soil. For those with a small backyard, creativity is key. You can plant several trees in the same space, as long as they have similar needs. For example, a guava tree and a cherry tree can live well together, as they both like sun and fertile soil. Another idea is to use trellises or espaliers to guide the growth of trees such as vines or mulberries, saving space. Don't forget to observe the climate in your region. Some trees, such as peach and plum, need a period of cold to produce well. Others, such as the banana tree and the mango tree, prefer hot climates. Research which fruits grow best in your location before purchasing seedlings. And if you think you don't have time to take care of a tree, know that many of them are very resistant. The pomegranate tree, for example, can withstand periods of drought and does not need frequent pruning. The cherry tree is also very calm. Just water it from time to time and let the sun do the rest. Finally, remember that each tree has its own rhythm. Some, like the Jabuticaba, may take a few years to bear fruit, while others, like the mulberry tree, start producing faster. Be patient and enjoy the process. Seeing a little flower turn into fruit is one of the coolest parts of growing your own trees. If questions arise, don't hesitate to ask at gardening stores or growing groups. Many people love to share experiences and tips. And remember, making mistakes is part of learning. If a seedling doesn't take hold, try again with another species. The important thing is not to give up and enjoy each stage of this green journey. Here are some more tips for you to choose the ideal fruit trees for small spaces and take care of them without complications. Another great option is the Rio Grande cherry, or wild cherry. It grows slowly, doesn't get very big and bears sweet, red berries that attract birds. The cool thing is that it adapts well in pots, as long as it has sun and soil that doesn't get wet. If you live in an apartment, you can grow it on your balcony, but remember to water it when the soil is dry. The dwarf pomegranate tree is perfect for those who like different fruits. It doesn't exceed 1.5 meters in height, bears beautiful flowers and fruits full of juicy seeds. Care is simple: full sun, regular watering, without exaggeration, and light pruning after harvest to maintain its shape. If you have a sunny corner in the yard or even a large pot, it will do well. If you want something even more compact, try clove lemon or potted Tahiti lemon. They are resistant, grow slowly and bear fruit all year round if they have the right amount of sun and water. A tip: if the pot is small, choose a dwarf variety and apply light fertilizers every 3 months to ensure healthy fruits. For those who like tropical fruits, the dwarf banana tree is a surprise. It is not a real tree, but it can be grown in large pots and produces small, sweet bananas. The secret is to keep the soil moist, but not soaked, and protect it from strong wind. In colder regions, it needs to be kept in a sheltered place in winter. And if you live in an apartment and think you don't have space, know that even strawberry plants can be grown in planters or hanging pots. They are not trees, but they bear delicious fruit and take up little space. A location with sun in the morning and frequent watering is enough to keep the soil moist. One important thing: before buying any seedling, observe the climate in your region. Some fruit trees, such as guava, do best in hot places, while others, such as plum trees, prefer milder climates. Ask at the store or research the species so there are no surprises. Another valuable tip is to mix different types of trees in the same space. For example, you can have a cherry tree in the corner of your yard, a potted lemon tree near the window, and a mulberry tree in a flower bed. This way, you make better use of the space and still have a variety of fruits throughout the year. If you're just starting out, you don't need to buy expensive seedlings. Many fruit trees, such as the Jabuticaba tree and the pomegranate tree, can be planted from fruit seeds that you eat. Of course, they will take longer to bear fruit, but it is an economical and fun way to learn. And don't forget, plants are living beings and each one has its own personality. Some grow quickly, others are slower. Some bear fruit in months, others take years. The cool thing is to observe, learn from mistakes and celebrate each small achievement, like the first flower or the first fruit. If a tree doesn't fit into your space, don't be discouraged. Swap for another species or adjust care. Sometimes, just moving the pot or increasing watering a little makes all the difference. Growing fruit trees in small spaces is like having a little piece of nature of your own. In addition to filling the environment with greenery and beauty, you also harvest fresh fruit, free from pesticides and full of flavor. And the best part, it's a hobby that relaxes, teaches, and can also yield delicious homemade desserts. So, get to work and enjoy the harvest. And there's no need to rush. Starting with 1 or 2 trees is a great step. Choose the ones you like to eat the most or that match the climate in your region. For example, if you live in a hot place, Pitanga or Jabuticaba could be good options. In colder regions, strawberries or dwarf plums do well. Another tip is to observe how sunlight hits your space. Some fruit trees need full sun, like the lemon tree, which loves to be exposed all day. Others, like acerola, even grow in a little shade, but produce fewer fruits. If your yard or balcony doesn't receive much sun, it's no problem. Species such as raspberries or blueberries adapt well to semi-shade. The size of the pot also matters. Larger trees, like orange trees, need deep, wide pots for the roots to spread. Smaller plants, such as strawberries, are happy in shallow pots or even in hanging planters. If space is very limited, a good idea is to use vertical vases or shelves to make better use of the space. And don't forget the land. Fruit trees like soil rich in nutrients and that drains water well. A simple mixture of common earth with a little earthworm humus or organic compost helps a lot. If water accumulates in the pot, the roots may rot, so always check if there are holes in the bottom to drain the excess. Watering is also an important point. Each plant has its own needs, but most fruit trees like moist soil without waterlogging. One tip is to stick your finger in the soil. If it's dry up to 2 fingers deep, it's time to water. On warmer days, it may be necessary to water every day, while in winter the frequency decreases. Fertilizing is another care that makes a difference. Using organic fertilizer, such as crushed eggshells, coffee grounds, or even fruit and vegetable scraps, helps keep the land fertile. You can do this every 2 or 3 months, following the instructions on the packaging if you choose chemical fertilizers. And if pests such as aphids or mealybugs appear, don't panic. A homemade solution with neutral soap and water, or even a garlic and pepper spray can solve the problem. The important thing is to act quickly to prevent the infestation from growing. Growing fruit trees in small spaces is a worthwhile experience. In addition to making the environment more beautiful and fragrant, you create a special connection with plants. Seeing a flower turn into fruit and being able to harvest something that you took care of yourself is a unique feeling. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Even the most experienced trees have their ups and downs. So, start slowly, choose the plants that suit you best and have fun in the process. Every new leaf, every flower, and every fruit are reasons to celebrate. And when harvest time comes, you will see that all the effort was worth it. After all, there's nothing like tasting fresh fruit, picked on the spot, straight from your own green corner.